In this video we're going to take a look at doing bulleted lists in Word 2013. It's real easy to do. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to use anything up here on the ribbon at all. There's a built-in method. If you do an asterisk and a space and then start typing and hit the enter key, and as long as you keep on hitting the enter key and typing something, it will continue to put a bullet character on the next line. And if you're done with your list, all you have to do is not type anything on the line and just hit enter, and it goes away. And it puts a little bit of extra space in here between the bullet and the next line. And if you want to go back and put something in between, I left out John Adams, all you have to do is go to the end of the line, hit enter, and it'll add it to your list and put a bullet character in front of it. And that's kind of a nice feature. I use it all the time. If you want to turn that off, you can go to options and select proofing over here on the left, and that's an autocorrect option. And so click on the autocorrect options, and there's a number of tabs up here, one of which is auto format as you type. Let's click on that, and right here it says automatic bulleted lists. So if you type the asterisk and a space and then start typing something, it'll automatically make that into an official bulleted list. And if you don't want that, you can just turn it off. I don't want to turn it off because I like that feature, so I'm just going to cancel out of there. Now let's go down another line here, and let's type in an asterisk and a space, and it automatically replaces the asterisk with that bullet character, puts a tab there, indents 1/4 of an inch and to the bullet character, and then it indents another 1/4 of an inch after the tab character for your actual text. But this little lightning bolt comes up here, and if you click on the down arrow next to it, you can tell it to stop doing that, or you can tell it to undo that. If you really wanted to have an asterisk and a space, just tell it to undo it, and you get the asterisk and a space. So that'll undo it once. If you want to just turn it off, select the other option. There are some other options. If you do a minus and a space, it automatically converts that into a bulleted list as well. And again, just hit enter at the beginning of a bullet line and it'll end the bulleted list for you. Okay, now if you get all done with the list and you decide you really didn't want it to be a bulleted list, you can just select all of it and go up here and click on the button, the bullets button up here, and it'll turn it off and put it back into ordinary text. And if you decide that after you've created something you want to make it into a bulleted list, just go up here, we're on the home tab in the paragraph group, and click on the bullet. Oh, and it did the wrong one for me. But if you click on the down arrow here, it'll give you a list of some recent bullets that you've used, and that's one. And you notice it changed my indentation here a little bit, but we can always fix that just by dragging the little basement of the house here back and forth, and it'll move both our first line marker and our subsequent line markers. Now let's say that you also you don't like the little black bullet symbol there. You can define a new bullet, and the way you define a new bullet, actually you've got several choices here. The one I'm going to look at here is symbol, and if you click on symbol, it'll come up with a dialog box here that gives you all the different fonts. You can basically pick any character that you want. By default, it comes up with the symbol font, which has all of these characters in it, and most of which are probably not good bullet characters, but that's where our original bullet character came from. Here's a place where you can go. There's several places you can go. There's a font called Webdings, which has all kinds of pictures on it. and there might be something there that would be appropriate for a bullet, you know, maybe a symbol like this. Actually, I'm not sure. I see a bunch of other things here that would actually be good bullet characters. But there's also wingdings. And here's a whole bunch of things that you might want to use for bullet characters. Just about anything here in this top row could be a bullet character. Here's a bunch of stars that you could use for bullet characters. So there's a lot of choices here. Also, there's Wingdings 2, which has a bunch of things that might be possible bullet characters, and Wingdings 3. And this looks like it's more arrows than anything else. But you should be able to find something in there that you like. Let's go to Wingdings 2, and I want this character right here. Now you notice that if you select a character, they're all numbered. So you can easily specify a specific character just by specifying the name of the font and the character code. It's kind of hard to specify, you know, a name for these, but every single one of them has a number that will appear down here. So if I want to have a little hand there pointing at the text for my bullet characters, just select that, click on OK, click on OK again, and it'll change it. And again, it didn't change the indent level for me here, which I really don't want. So you can drag it back where you want. One other thing, if you want your bullets to be colored for some reason, you can change, the bullet gets its character from the paragraph mark at the end of the line. So if I want red bullets, I just make my paragraph mark red, and there it is, red bullet. And there we go, now I got a bunch of red bullets. And that's pretty much about everything you need to know about creating a bulleted list in Word 2013.